Okay, guys, I'm gonna be talking about Royal High's current predicament again. So this is like a part two. So, like basically they just released the new campus, but I feel like they're still very greedy. The last video I posted, I believe that was when like the toys had like just came out, maybe a little bit before. I don't really remember, but I was not very happy. It might have been before. I just remember I was not very happy with Royal High. They weren't really doing anything. Now I know that they just released a new campus, but they're still so incredibly focused on their toys, yet they are like not really releasing them at a steady rate. And I feel like this just gets people to buy them more because of the anticipation. They just released, I don't know, it's not updated yet, but they just before this they released the Sea Swirl Mermaid dress, and then they released the scientist dress, which I don't know what where the toy it is from on my bingo card, but um I just realized that having them release them like in such close proximity to each other, it it kind of got me thinking, like, are they actually trying? Because for so long they weren't. They were so focused on the dolls that they couldn't do anything. Yet they weren't releasing them. They weren't doing anything to get them out like at a consistent rate. So I feel like I feel like the creator, like Barbie, is still treating it as like a project of hers that like makes no money. Even before this, I think like before Real High, they were still her and her husband were still quite wealthy, and now they have as much money as they could ever desire. I feel like they should work harder on their game. They know that people are criticizing their game. Especially now with the new like corset update. We have masculine right here. This is not masculine. This is feminine. If you told me this was masculine, let me put on the human arms. Okay. If you told me this was masculine, I would not believe you. I would say, wow, I don't believe you. This is not masculine. Like, okay, you look at this. It's it's the exact same thing. Okay, like it's just a little more cinched on the feminine version. Like the chest area. Like it's a little wider on the male version than the female. And I just think that's incredibly odd. So I think I don't really remember if I talked about this in my first real highest current predicament video, but yeah, I make masculine outfits when I play this game. It's not a new thing to me, and I just was so mad when they released that update. I was so incredibly disappointed. I don't know if it had happened yet when I released the video. I don't believe it had because I released it like 8 months ago. But even then I had so much to complain about. And the worst hadn't even come yet. One of their best modelers too, Satashio, they haven't reached out to them either. Like, and I swear, please bring them back. Like, what are you guys waiting for? I feel like they need to add more developers, because if you can't get this stuff out, okay, you need to add more developers, you need to add more modelers. And bring back old ones. I really, really do miss Saldashio. If that's how you say it, I don't know. I'd be butchering it. I also miss matte or crystal fluorite. And let me find another one. There was one that I really ocean orbs, Tsukimeki, but I believe Tsukimeki. But there was one where I think they released a Halloween item. I also love Pure Sweetener's work, but yes, they show again with the Vampire Crown rework. I really love their stuff. Oops. The cars, like I really liked them too. Like Kitchen Accident was. I also love Dawson Del Rey and Komaki. I loved them too. Like, please bring back some of your older modelers if possible. And oh my god, my name. I feel like that's just like something they should do. It's quite boring. They butchered the quest system in Campus 4.2, and I absolutely despise it. The classes are very competitive. I usually don't get a very good grade in public servers because of that. Um, Butchering the quests means that you have to do classes. The days are quite long in Campus 4.2, so you're also gonna have to like wait longer. In an hour, you might get 3 levels. Like I feel 3 to 6, I feel like is what you'd achieve in an hour while doing quests. I think if you're productive enough with 3 quest slots, you could get more than that. Also, doing classes, like doing quests, keeps you a lot more preoccupied, in my opinion. And giving way less XP for quests just kind of feels weird. They also have an AFK farming area, which like, they were so actively against that until now. Like, they're just desperate for players. They're just desperate for people who left to come back. They realized they made a mistake and they're like, okay, well, we don't really want to do something big to fix this. We're just gonna add in small things because we're lazy. Like, I have so much to complain about. Also the lack of diamond sets. We didn't want Cloud Cash, by the way. We didn't want Cloud Cash. I don't understand. I don't have a clue why they added Cloud Cash. Also, why are they on point? Why are they? I just realized that. I don't like that. Um, I do like this set, but we did not ask for Cloud Cash, little bro. I love this wand. I'm probably gonna get it for this character. And this skirt, oh my gosh. But yeah, we did not ask for Cloud Cash. You could have made this set a diamond set. Like, they're like, oh, you want us to add more sets? Here's a set you can get with cash you get for logging it again, like something they do to bring back players that left. I I feel like they're doing this like intentionally, very, very intentionally. When their game dies out, they release something. Like when people were complaining the most about nothing being in the game, like nothing coming to the game anymore, and like toys being the only sets released and no diamond sets. Royal High released Campus 4.2, you know, and when people were complaining about Halloween not being in Autumn Town or Wickery Cliffs anymore, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna rework some old stuff, like the steampunk corset." And then people were mad that the male toggle was gone, but then they were like, "Okay, it's actually not, but we don't have the new stuff on the old thing," so I didn't really like that. Um, and then for just, like, if you think of updates earlier, like the cloud cache, people were complaining about nothing coming out, and they added cloud cache, and everyone was like everyone was quick to make a video. They're like, "Oh my gosh, cloud cache," they were so quick to come out and say, "Oh my gosh." So, you know, if their game isn't getting enough traction, they will, like, edge us with a release of, like, a small update. I guess Campus 4.2 isn't quite that small, but they will edge us with an update and then not release anything for another few months, which I think is annoying and stupid and dumb, and they shouldn't do that, but they do because that's what keeps players coming, and they're anticipating an update, whether it's a week away or a year away, okay? Like, I feel like no one talks about this, unless you're on Twitter. Um, you know who I'm talking about, but he's not very nice. He's not very nice. No, Royal High did not tank. Well, actually, yes, it kind of did, but no, like, don't be mean. I'm giving like I'm giving criticism, not yelling at them. But I just feel like they should be more consistent with their updates and not make it so incredibly obvious that they're just baiting us and like edging us. Like, please stop. Okay, that's it. That's it.